ask the question. Are you ready?
Not sure. It's a tough one.
You can never be ready until you go. Once you just go, it'll come out. You've been amazing so far. So today, so far, we've talked a lot around anti-racist work. We talked about some of your background, how you grew up in a predominantly white environment. We spoke about your mother being an influence, colleagues being an influence, and even your kids being an influence, and your son, and seeing how they've grown and becoming anti-racist themselves and being woke themselves, and that's something you're really proud of. And then we talked a bit about, the content script. How do we overcome that racist script? And a lot of it is around just tearing it up and creating a new one. That's kind of what Audre Lorde talks about as dismantling the system, right? And the master's tools will never be the master's tools will never build the master's house, right? So, all right. And then you talked about Breach, which was, oh man, that's amazing. You need to push that more. That's all I'm going to say. You should push that more when y'all get a chance.
Oh, thank you, advice.
Because it's really good to me. But I'm just saying. But with all that being said, what does rehumanization mean to you?
I don't know how this looks as a general, but within our learning spaces, we first and foremost try to establish a sense of parity between us. So it doesn't matter what level of the organisation you're at or what your role is, like, we're here to learn as a collective. And I've never really got the deference thing. Like, there's people I highly respect. But that's because of what they've done rather than their status or title. And I think that when we foster that feeling of like we're the same and we're here to understand each other rather than to win, that's when we can have the real progressive discussions based on understanding. And I don't think that we can. I think there's different approaches, but for me, I don't think that we can promote and ask for more empathy without offering it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's it's that alignment of values with what we're saying and what we're doing. Yeah, and even to ask or to say you want to be heard without really listening. So I think even with the people or the views we find most abhorrent, we need to find a space where we can have that mutual understanding, and because otherwise we just get further and further apart. It's more and more polarizing. So I think establishing a parity and a safety, I don't know if that's rehumanizing, but I think it creates the conditions for us to identify each other with a sense of equity.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, so basically you're saying, trying to see if I can sum this over, trying to be in, there's a space we can all have a mutual understanding despite our different value system. It's about coming together, learning from each other, and moving forward in a way where we understand each other, but also that we understand that there is something that needs to be done in terms of humanizing, in terms of creating a just system.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you. Thank you for sharing your definition. Thank you for being here today. I really appreciate it.